Good afternoon. Am I coming through? Somebody say hi.
Yes, we can hear you.
Great, thank you. All right, we're up to about 14 members here, so I'll give it a couple more minutes and then get things started. All right, well, I think we've got a pretty good group so far this afternoon. So let's go ahead and get started. Since it's been a while and we've probably got a few new faces, I thought we would start off with some introductions, go around the virtual room here. And say who we are and who we represent. How about I'll just sort of call people out here alphabetically and work it that way. So Adam Mendenhall.
I'm filling in for Adam. I'm Meetan. I'm the alternate for the City of Sanford Planning Department. I'm the senior planner here at the city.
What was your name again?
Meetan.
All right. All right. Thanks. Good to have you. All right. Alyssa.
Alyssa Cadle, City Engineer, City of Maitland.
Andy. Cameron.
Hi, good afternoon. Cameron Crandall. I'm the Deputy Public Works Director at the City of St. Cloud.
All right, Cameron, it's great to have you. David.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm David Sabila. I'm a Public Relations Manager with Walt Disney World Communications and Public Affairs.
And a CAC member, so let's not forget that. Hong Mem.
This is Hong Lim, City Winter Park.
All right, good to have you. Josh.
Joshua DeVries, Saucil County.
Kelly.
I'm Kelly Brock. I'm the Public Works Director for the City of Castleberry.
It's funny you kind of decloaked as you came in. You know, you were sort of bright and it was great. All right, Remy?
I hope it works if you can all hear me. Sorry, I've been having some issues. It keeps booting me off. Lenny Barden with the City of Altamont Springs.
Oh, hey,
Because
hey,
it
Lenny.
says that you're Bruce.
Yeah, he forwarded me the invite. I'm updating the name right now, but every time I updated it, it kept basically muting you all and I couldn't hear anything. So hopefully it works.
Maybe I can change that for you. All right, RJ? There you go.
Yeah, this is RJ Mueller, and I'm on the CAC committee, representing the CAC. Yeah.
Good. Shad?
Hello, this is Shad Smith. I'm the Public Works Director and City Engineer for the City of Longwood. I'm on the TAC and TISMO both.
Great. Trooper Garcia?
Hi, I'm Trooper Miggy Garcia. I'm with the Public Affairs section in Troop D Orlando, covering 6 counties: Orange, Osceola, Lake, Seminole, Brevard, Volusia. I think that's all.
All right. And Venice?
Good afternoon, Venice White, Florida Department of Health, also CAC member. Good afternoon.
Great, thanks. Is there anyone that I did not call? You would introduce yourself.
Yes, I'm not sure if you called my name. I just had a trouble with microphone. This is Rami Kamal from the city of Kissimmee Public Work Engineering Division.
All righty, thank you.
And I am Justin Radke with Orange County Public Schools.
All right, Justin, thank you. So are you going to be the alternate for Adam?
That appears to be my fortune, yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Yes, I don't think he gave me a, but just good to know. So and maybe if you just want to put your name in the chat, just as a reminder for me, so I can make sure I update our roster on that. All right. So thank you all. I want to hand off to Laura Bauk. We're going to start off with some updates on our regional and local plans. So I will go.
So Adriana is going to handle these.
Adriana is going to handle that. Okay, right. So I'll continue to drive the presentation here, and Adriana, just let me know when to advance.
Yes, thank you, Mike. I'm trying to start my video. Okay. Yes, okay, so this far we have completed a regional plan. It was adopted by our board. Then we have completed our local plans also, and most of our local plans have been adopted. There is a couple of plans that are still in the works, not to be completed, but for adoption. This is based on our local partners' schedule for their different adoption process. In terms of the regional plan, we are in the process of going through demonstration activities. Mike, to move the slide, can you move it back, please? No, the previous one. Okay. Yes. We're conducting 3 demonstration activities as part of this current grant. We are currently working on a demonstration project for Sanford, for the county of Sanford. That involves the near miss cameras that were installed at different intersections that are part of the high injury network for Sanford County. I'm sorry, for Seminole County. We also have a demonstration project in Orange County that involves a bike program for middle schools. This is going to be run into different locations in coordination with Orange County. And then a third project is in Osceola County, which involves the identification of the feasibility of improvements at different crosswalk locations. Some of these locations are signalized intersections. Some involve crossings at unsignalized intersections and mid-block crossings. We are also working as part of the regional plan in our year one actions that involves the putting in place a program for safe road safety audits. We are also looking at some potential for new grants or grants that we are that will be available for implementation of the different actions. And we are also working to implement as part of the update for our 2050 MTP, some evaluation criteria for our projects based on safe speeds for our roadway network. And lastly, we are currently putting together a quick build guide that will be shared with all our partners. This is going to include good information about the process of implementing quick build projects that will improve safety based on the different characteristics of the specific roadway or intersection. So this is kind of a good guide that will help move forward some of the projects that have been identified in the different action plans. Next slide. Okay. Well, the fiscal year 2024 notice of funding opportunity for the SS4A program closed on August 29. This program provides funding for two types of grants. One is the planning and demonstration grants, and the other one is for implementation. The planning and demonstration grants provide funding for supplemental planning activities and demonstration activities in support of an action plan. Some of the eligible supplemental planning activities are listed in this slide, which include activities such as action plan updates and consolidation, road safety audits, and follow-up data collection and safety analysis. The implementation grants, on the other hand, provide funds to implement projects and strategies identified in an action plan that has been adopted. And the eligible projects for implementation grants include strategies that can be infrastructure improvements, behavioral and operational activities. Groups eligible for the SS4A grant program include counties, cities, towns, transit agencies, and MPOs. The fiscal year 25 notice of funding opportunity is expected to be released in early 2025 on or before March 30th. So we just provide this information so we can keep an eye on that next funding opportunity. Move to the next one, Mike, please. Okay, thank you. Metroplan Orlando submitted the Increasing Momentum Towards Vision Zero in Central Florida application for the supplemental planning grant on August 27. We included 4 activities as part of this application. The first activity is to continue safety and Vision Zero public participation. This involves the development of educational safety videos, social media, and graphics, also the continuation of the speaker series, and updating and translating the kids activity book. The second activity involves updating the data and enhancing the hub site. Again, this will involve updating the regional high injury network and implementing performance monitoring. It will also involve improving the data quality and dig deeper into trends such as crashes near high ridership transit stops. Also working with local law enforcement and community traffic safety teams to identify challenges in crash reporting. The third activity involves conducting roadway safety audits in collaboration with FDOT and local partners. And the fourth one includes the update of the Regional Safety Action Plan. This will involve the consolidation of all local plans and supplemental activity findings to inform the update of this Regional Safety Action Plan and the continuation of this group, the Regional Vision Zero Task Force. As of today, we received communication from FHWA asking for more information on the coordination between this application and other applications submitted by local partners. However, we're still waiting to hear about awards announcements. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Adriana. Does anyone have any questions for any of the topics that Adriana covered?
I don't see any hands.
Neither do I. All right, thank you. All right, so moving on to our next item is it has some discussion about how this group moves forward. You can see it's a pretty straightforward set of topics here. So first off is talking about what the role is and the form of this group. There was some discussion about whether it would remain as a task force or if it would be changed to an advisory committee. Well, the thing is, with an advisory committee with under our structure, under our governance, that means that that's a committee that has to report to the board and has to give advice on everything that would be going before the board at their agendas. And so you would end up with an agenda for your task forces that's full of all sorts of topics that are not necessarily safety related. And so we felt that it would be better to retain your role as a task force so that you can maintain that focus, that safety focus. What's important is that we get good ideas and feedback from you, and we're more than eager to make those a reality as best that we can, and of course to pass those ideas and advice on to our committees and board as well. Any questions on that before I move on to the next topic? All right, not seeing anything on that. So second would be what type of meetings we're going to hold, and then and what the schedule would be for that. So from a type standpoint, it's do we continue with the virtual approach, or do we do things in person, or perhaps mix it up? Perhaps maybe one day per year we do one meeting per year we do in person, and then the rest virtual. Pretty straightforward on that. Do we have any preferences one way or the other? We could kind of do a show of hands on this one, using the raise hand feature. But if anyone just has a point, I see David, you're.
Thank you, Mike. I was just going to ask, are there any sunshine laws or any other regulations that might affect in person versus virtual, say like a Metro Plan Orlando meeting or something or other?
No, we would still have the same, the sunshine laws would still apply in the same way, you know. Um, you know, all of our advisory committee meetings now have to be in person. But you know, anything that's public has to have public access. So of course we would continue to have, as with this meeting, people can join via Zoom, and many people do that for our other committee meetings as well.
Okay, thank you.
You know, one thought I wanted to throw out there about in-person meetings, just from my experience over the years, that I think particularly with the area of safety, where everybody's, while we are doing things collaboratively and regionally, you all have your own local projects and efforts as well. And what I've seen over the years is sometimes the informal communications that can happen more easily with an in-person meeting can lead to some collaborations on the local basis that we wouldn't necessarily get an opportunity to discuss with a virtual format. We can think about how there might be other ways to facilitate that, but anyway, that's just one observation I have from attending a variety of meetings. Of course, we're all used to virtual. I'm fine with it, but I do think that there are still some benefits to the in-person.
We have a hand.
Let's see who it is. There we go. Adriana, I see your hand up.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Adriana Trujillo Villa, and I am representing Orange County Traffic Engineering, and I'm here on behalf of Humberto Castillero, and he's the Division Manager for Traffic Engineering. And yes, I support the in-person meetings or a combination of both. So it could be hybrid as well, so in-person and virtual as well.
Thank you. So, Laura, I'm not sure that we didn't do a specific Mentimeter poll for the in-person versus virtual, correct?
The Mentimeter has the 4 options, so there's
just has the 4 options, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, actually, all right. So that does include virtual as well. Okay.
Yeah,
So
it doesn't have any hybrid options, but yes, it is virtual versus in person.
Great. All right. So why don't we just move on to that next slide here, and let's just go ahead and use the Mentimeter. So you can go to your browser and type in Mentimeter, and that'll be the first thing that'll come up in a Google search, and then you can enter that 8-digit code, or of course you can use the QR code. And it's really just the one question as to with 4 choices as to the nature of type of meeting that you would prefer.
Responses are still coming in. I'll give it a few seconds. All right, I think they slow down. Let me send this over to you, Mike.
All right, and you got that in the chat too. All right, so what we're seeing in responses, and so far that's it's 13 responses. Top with 7 was virtual meetings during the non-committee months, so that would be during March, July, September, and November. There were 3 votes for in-person meetings following the TAC. During lunch, 2 votes for in-person meetings during non-committee months, and 1 vote for in-person meetings following the TAC meetings after lunch. So it's pretty clear that people want to stick with the virtual meetings, and we'll be doing that during the non-committee months. So that gives you a break from piling too many meetings into a single month. So you'll have some for those of you who are on our committees, not be quite so much. Not quite so many meetings crammed into the same month.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you. And then lastly, on meeting content, you kind of have an idea of what we're getting into today with our agenda. The type of things we would be doing, be looking at our plan performance, reports on programs and projects that are ongoing or just completed, partner updates. We'll be doing that later today. Training opportunities that, as Laura will be mentioning later in this meeting, but open to other ideas. An additional one that we don't have on the agenda, but I think would be a natural for this would be to do some in-depth safety topics. We really want this group to be the brain trust, so giving you the detailed data and insights into various safety problems, I think would be very useful for this group. So any other thoughts out there on what could be meeting content?
I'll also get things started. So this is Laura from Metro Plan Orlando. One of the things that we plan to bring back at the next task force meeting, which will be sort of Q1 of 25, we'll be talking about how we're going to be monitoring our progress for our regional plan, and just sort of maybe doing some roundtable discussion about how others are planning to monitor their progress. But anything that you're struggling with, or that you're not struggling with, that you think that you're doing well and wanted to share about, I think would be useful. So if anyone has any additional ideas for good topics for this body, we're open.
Well, not seeing any other hands coming up on this, but if something comes to mind, let us know before the end of the meeting, or even just shoot us an email, or however you want to get that idea across would be greatly appreciated. Okay, and next, handing it back over to Laura to talk about some training opportunities.
All right. Hey, everybody. Okay, so yes, I'm going to talk about a few upcoming training opportunities that are coming to us through FHWA. Many of you have already heard about at least one of these, and then the other 2 may be new. But next month on December 17th, we'll be hosting what we're calling a Strodes workshop. And basically, that workshop, it builds on the principles of the Safe Systems approach and Complete Streets principles, with a focus on those street road hybrids, or STRODES. So a STRODE is really an urban or suburban arterial that tends to have to serve the needs of multiple modes, provide high levels of access, but also ends up having to support high levels of mobility and oftentimes higher speeds. Those of you that were on working groups for Vision Zero action plans know that many of the roadways on our high injury networks are stroads. So the focus of the workshop is going to be on managing both speeds and conflicts to achieve safer facilities. Participants will learn, number one, how to identify stroads, and then there will be a focus on both designing down for a facility to achieve slower speeds that work for all modes and all users, but also for those facilities that weren't designing up to allow for higher speeds while providing some separation between the modes and managing the conflicts that will always occur. So I sent out an email about this workshop several weeks ago. It's, like I said, happening on December 17th. We're going to be holding it in our boardroom. It'll be an all day, like 9 to 4:30-ish, with an hour for lunch on your own. I've already gotten RSVPs for some of the people that are on this call. If you have not already RSVP'd to me, I put my email on the slide there, and you can send me an email. We have a limited capacity in the boardroom, as you know, I think keeping it to 35 people for this one. So for now, we are the first person from each agency basically is confirmed, and then everyone else is going on a wait list for now. But towards the end of this month, I'll sort of see where we are, and I'll be releasing people off the wait list and letting them know that they're in, and then I'll send out another email to anyone who may have forgotten or just didn't get a chance to RSVP. So there's that one that you can RSVP for. The second workshop is one that actually Umberto is helping to bring to the region. It's another FHWA based training. This one is a 2-day workshop. That's a safe system project-based workshop. The goal of that one is to introduce participants to the safe system roadway design hierarchy and the safe system project-based alignment framework, which we will all learn more about at the workshop for those who are able to attend. But it's to discuss how participants can use the safe system alignment for both infrastructure projects and agency policies. And the focus is going to be on applying the safe system framework to demonstrate how resources can be used to help prioritize countermeasures and strategies through that safe systems approach lens. We all have these action plans now with sort of a list of projects, and the intent of that workshop is to help you figure out how do you prioritize those countermeasures and get them into your CIPs. So that one will also be hosted at our boardroom for the in-class portion, and then that's one day, the first day, and then for half of the second day we'll be out in the field. Again, that will be limited spaces for that one. Orange County will have a certain amount of those, and then we'll have a fair amount sort of left over that we'll be inviting some folks. But for those of you that are on the call that are really interested in this workshop, I invite you to please email me about that too, and I can sort of put you on the informal wait list for that one, and we can talk about any questions you may have about the workshop. That one is going to be January 15th and 16th. So again, it's 2 full days. Keep your calendars in mind. But if you're interested, please do reach out. And then the third workshop, we just keep getting longer and longer. That one's an RSA, or Road Safety Audit, Train the Trainer workshop that FHWA does around the country. We are actually going to be doing 2 corridors for that workshop. One is in Osceola County, and then one's in Orange County. And so for those, we'll be sort of sending out invites. But again, if you're really, really interested, please do reach out to me, and we will accommodate you as we can. As I noted, that's a train the trainer type of workshop. So if you're not able to get in for that workshop, we will be doing a number of additional RSAs throughout the region in the coming months. Probably the first one we will do sort of after that training will be in Seminole County, since we're not doing it as a part of the training. So there will be opportunities to both participate in RSAs around the region and for us to impart the knowledge that those of us that go to the training on others. So my email is there. If you're interested in any of those, please do reach out. Next slide, please, Mike. And then this, probably all of you on the call are already aware of this, but I just wanted to share it in case you're not, that the FDOT LTAP has a bunch of different training that's available of all sorts. You can click, I did a little screenshot where you can click on the different types of training, but they do have a whole portion of the portal that's dedicated to safety related training, and you can see everything that's there that's sort of on demand. The one that I included specifically at the top there, the road safety through pavement friction management, is part of a 2-part series, but that one is live. So you can go to the link and we can send this presentation out, or actually after I'm done talking, I will put that link also in the chat. But you can go to the link and see what was covered in day 1 and also day 2. I don't think it's necessary that you had to attend day 1 to do day 2. So you can take a look and see if day 2 would be useful for you, if that's something that works with your schedule. But again, there's a number of other trainings that are available on LTAP that are safety related, and we'll try and keep you apprised of any of those that are coming forward or anything that we're able to bring to the region through FHWA moving forward. Next slide, please. And then, I don't know if this is quite training, but we are continuing our speaker series, as Mike noted earlier. We'll actually have our 6th installment of the Vision Zero speaker series next Tuesday. It'll be focused on speed management, and we have 3 fantastic speakers that are coming to us. One will be Lori Trebitz, who some of you may know. She's at District 5. We'll be talking about some of the benefits that they've seen from the OBT pedestrian improvements that were put in several months ago. We'll also have Chelsea Favera from Fort Pinellas from the other side of the state coming to talk to us about their Sunrunner service, which is a BRT service that they started maybe a couple of years ago now, but talking about some of the lessons learned that they had there from a safety and speed management perspective. And she'll also talk to us about one of their outreach campaigns that they did related to managing speeds. And this was like a public outreach campaign that didn't go quite as planned at first. And so she'll talk about sort of what didn't go as planned and how they pivoted from that. And then we'll have another speaker coming to us from Los Angeles DOT to talk to us about speed management from the policy perspective, where they had to go to their state legislature and have a new law put in place so that they were able to change posted speed limits, and how that law is allowing them to put up speed cameras. So we'll have some just different tools for speed management that we can all learn from and consider as we move forward. And then we'll be continuing the series. So I encourage you either in the chat, or you can email me. Everyone has my email address now, or you can unmute and speak up here. If you have any ideas for speakers that you would like to see as part of the speed management series, or topics that you would like to see as part of the speed management series, we would love to hear your ideas. We do have a small budget for speakers, so, not the sky, but like close to the sky is the limit. Think big and let us know what you would like to see. And that's all I have for now. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, Laura.
Absolutely.
All right. Do we have any ideas out there for speaker series? Like she said, like Laura said, you can go ahead and put it in the chat. If you have any ideas, or you know how to get a hold of us one way or the other, whenever you have the idea. All right. So now I thought we take a little bit of time to go around the virtual room, and if anyone has anything they'd like to update us on as far as your local efforts, be they programs, planning, infrastructure, what have you, just go ahead and raise your hand and we will get you. Let's see, Laura had her hand up there. Go ahead. Laura Hardwick, did you want to?
Yes. Sorry, I was in the process of being promoted
Transfer.
to panelist. Yeah.
Right.
So City of Orlando has been very busy this fall when it comes to Vision Zero. So in September, we kicked off CROSS, which stands for Connecting Residents on Safe Streets. This is a RAISE funded grant, and we are looking at our 6 most dangerous corridors and coming up with an implementation plan. So this fall, we'll have our public input plan put together, and probably in January have a website and begin some of that outreach for those 6 corridors. Then we've selected a consultant for our safety action plan update, and we'll begin negotiations with them this fall and winter and kick off our action plan update, our pedestrian facilities plan. And we've already begun internal work on our 28 quick builds to inform that. And we hired a new staff, and I think he's somewhere on the call. So I'd love to introduce him to everyone. His name's Michael Greco, and he's joining the City of Orlando team as a planner too, to work on our Vision Zero implementation.
Hi, everyone. Good to meet everyone.
The other update I would share is that, so if you are in the downtown area, you probably saw some more of our quick builds going in on Rosalind Avenue. So we have preliminary evaluation on our pedestrian quick builds downtown, showing that our murals are increasing pedestrian compliance at signals 16%, and the artistic asphalt art is reducing high-risk collisions or high-risk near misses about 5 to 10%, but we still have more locations to evaluate, so those numbers might shift. That's all.
Well, thank you, Laura. Anyone else?
Hey, Mike, I don't have the raise hand option for some reason, but I did want to share, we were a little surprised, but we won a planning and demonstration grant at the City of Castleberry. We submitted during the second cycle this year. So I think we submitted in May and got notification late August or early September. So that will be a very important funding source for, it's $1.2 million that we won. So again, we were pleasantly surprised to hear it, and it will help us both with planning. We're trying to sort of enhance our Vision Zero action plan and sort of align it with, or update our master plans to align with it. And then we also included some demonstration projects that we've basically pulled out of our Vision Zero action plan. So we're looking forward to working on that. We're not looking forward to the federal paperwork associated with it though. So.
Great, thank you. Lenny.
Well, I have to say it's tough to follow those two. But Altamont, we've adopted our action plan. We've met with all of our executive staff. Our working group is going to meet in the coming weeks to divvy up our action categories. And then we're starting to compile different grant information and talk with other agencies to see how we can move forward with funding some of the projects, as well as seeing what budget constraints are needed, or projects that we can actually move forward with on the action items. Because for us, I think a big portion of our action plan is really those action items. The projects are, I think we only had 15 different ones between county and state, but I'm excited, and I hope that the next year around this time, I could give an update like Orlando and Castleberry did.
Thanks, Lenny. Anyone else? All right, well, let's go ahead and wrap this up then. As is the case with any of our public meetings, we have our public comments section. So if there are any members of the public who want to speak, you can use the raise hand feature if you were on the Zoom side, but I didn't see anyone over on the public side. Or if anyone's on the phone, you can use the *9.
I don't have any hands raised on the virtual side, Mike.
Okay. I didn't think we had anything. Well, thank you, Lisa. All right, well, with that, thank you all for helping out, giving your input and bringing us up to date on your efforts. And we will see you, I think we said in January. I'll have to check that. No, I think it's March. Anyway, whenever it is, we'll see you next year. And thank you all for continuing progress on safety. And have a great rest of the week.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.